All right, have and have not fans. After all the videos I've done over the past, few days since the last episode came out, I thought it would be interesting to do a video that's kind of, just different from the rest in terms of a possible future event based off the actions of characters now. And we've talked about it plenty of times in some of my previous videos, and again, I can't thank you all enough for continuing on the conversation in the comment sections below. I read through the comments. Unfortunately, I don't have time to answer back to all the comments, but I'm doing this video. I don't believe anybody pointed this out to me, but it's something I want to talk about for a while, and I thought, why not just do it now? And again, it has to do with karma, and I thought it would be interesting because you've heard me talk about it a lot, that I hope that Melissa and Jeffrey would make it to the altar of their wedding and then everything falls apart, because it'll just be so delicious to see everything Veronica has quote unquote worked for or organized and see it fall apart. What I would love to see, well, I wouldn't say I would love to see it, but I would just find it interesting if, let's say, Melissa eventually does have her baby. Let's just say, because we do know the show is ending in a couple of years, about what, middle of 2020. What if there's like an epilogue scene, or like, maybe the beginning of the episode, you have things wrapped up, and then the last 20 minutes or so, you kind of see where the characters are 10 years later or whatever. What if it turns out, and again, just follow me on this one. What if it turns out that Melissa has the baby, her and Jeffrey got married and blah, blah, blah. Or what if, they don't get married, but Melissa still has the baby? Let's just put it this way. At the end of the day, Veronica is still a grandmother. Let's just say that much. What if it turns out and I believe they're still saying that it's a grandson, or let's just assume, I guess they know it's a male. Maybe I missed that episode, but apparently they know it's a boy, but whatever. Let's say it's a boy, but Veronica's grandson is gay. Not because just Jeffrey raised him that way. It just turns out that maybe when he's a young adult or whatever, it turns out he's gay. Can you imagine how that would make her feel? It's like a curse, so to speak. Like, everything she's done to prevent her own son from being gay forced him to, knock up a straight girl after all the blackmail, the lies, the deceit. And then it turns out her grandchild, who she thought would carry on the family line, is going to be gay just like his father. I would be speechless if that was like an epilogue scene or something like that. And what if Veronica just keels over just from hearing the news that one day it's like, oh, my grandson is coming with his fiance, he's in college now and blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, he's like, yeah, I've been talking with my grandson for all these months about this great, person they've been dating and whatnot. And then he finally comes home. It's like, guess who's coming to dinner? But it's a man. And then it's almost like R. Kelly's trapped in the closet. He opens the door as a man, and then Veronica literally just dies on the spot or something like that. I just think that would be interesting. I mean, honestly, I'm not wishing something bad on somebody else, but I would think it would be interesting plot twist after everything Veronica's done. It's almost like one of those, like a Greek tragedy, I'm a sucker for mythology. It's like a Greek tragedy where somebody in the story does whatever they feel they have to do in order to avoid a situation they could see coming. It's like, well, I know my son's gay, so I want to make him get married to a straight girl. Then I want to make him have a, child, and then I'll be a grandmother to carry on the family name. And at the end of the day, this grandchild turns out to be gay. That would just be a major slap in the face. And I feel like that would be the last thing to make Veronica fall, because remember, even though she's quote unquote in control of the situation with Melissa and Jeffrey and whatnot, all her her marriage is falling apart. At the end of the day, she's like, this grandchild right here, this is mine. This is what I've been working so far. Everything else might have been torn to shambles, but I'm still holding on to it. But this grandchild, this is going to make my life turn around. And then it turns out the grandchild is no better to her in terms of following her grand design, so to speak, of the Harrington dynasty. And then they turn out to be gay, and it makes everything fall apart. So this is just, again, not even a theory. It's more like an interesting what if. So I just want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? Would it be delicious irony that Veronica pretty much gets herself into a situation she can't avoid? So after everything she's done to her son, between getting blackmailing him, Quincy to beat him up, and the list goes on. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think if there was like an epilogue scene in the final episode of the haves and the have-nots, or something to that effect, and it turns out her grandson is gay, How do you think Veronica will react? And honestly, I just want to get. I can't put it this way. I cannot wait to read the comment section on this one.